What is going on, my friends, and welcome back to another video here on the channel. Well, Solana's price is starting to make the move that we talked about just last night, so I want to tell you a little bit about what's going on, what to be on the lookout for next, and what we can be expecting soon. So with that said, let's not waste any more time at all, and let's get straight into it. And guys, don't forget, if you do want to trade a little bit of Solana, Sweet, Bitcoin, and many more on up to 500x leverage, you can use that BTCC link down below. Guys, if you do sign up specifically with my link, they're going to give you a 10% bonus on all first-time deposits between $500 and $100,000. This means that if you deposit, say, $4,000, they're going to give you $400 on the spot to start trading with. You turn that into $1,000, all that profit that you made is completely for you. You can keep it, withdraw it, reinvest it, do whatever you want. It's literally an opportunity to make some free gains during a bull market, which is that's insane, quite frankly. So go check that out down below. Let me know what you think about the offer, and let me know what you think about the platform itself. I really like it a lot, and I think you will too. Now, in yesterday's video on Solana, what we talked about was this descending channel. I told you all, hey, listen, Solana's in a descending channel right now, and these are very, very, very good things. I told you the fact that we were seeing this descending channel forming while we were entering into our DCA zones was opening up the door of opportunity even more for Solana to finally get that push towards the all-time high that we've been hoping for, and we're finally starting to see that breakout of that descending channel like I told you we very likely would. And so today what I want to do is kind of talk about this breakout, talk about what you need to be on the lookout for next, and we're going to set the next couple goals that we want to see from Solana to where we can start to identify when it's actually going to be able to make this move upwards. Because my general belief right now is that we're going to see Solana try to push up towards $350 to $330. I think it's really just a matter of time. I think everything in us right now has the ability to be able to see this bad boy surpass this all-time high and really start cutting up through it and pushing forward, especially what we're seeing with Ethereum and XRP and Bitcoin. I mean, I do think it's just a matter of time. We have Bitcoin pushing up 102, 103K. Solana hitting all-time highs makes a ton of sense to me. And so I want to talk about why what we're seeing right now could be finally opening that door to get there and how you can identify it, if that makes sense. Now, some of the things that I'm going to say in this video will be a little bit confusing, so just want to give you a little bit of a warning there. Things might get a little complicated or confusing, and all that I ask is that if you are someone who is new and you're getting a little bit confused by it, or if you're like super advanced and maybe you've plateaued for a little bit and you want to just start getting better with all of this stuff, all I ask from you specifically is to just stick around until the end of the video. At the end of the video, I'm going to tell you about what's happening in the Discord server right now, because people are learning at a rate faster than I've ever seen in my entire life through all the workshops, classes, courses, and much more. And they are turning that into the most gains I've probably ever seen in one place at one time. So if you guys do want to join this, again, all I ask is you to just stick around to the end of the video. Now that we've caught up a little bit on what's going on with Solana, let's talk about the breakout that we've seen, okay? Because the breakout that we've seen from this descending channel is actually in progress at this exact moment. So I told you all, these descending channels will break to the upside 80 to 90% of the time. They are one of the easiest things to make money from in crypto. Buy at the bottom, sell at the top. It's actually ridiculous how easy they are, especially in bull markets. Hell, it's so easy that I actually ended up buying a little bit of Solana last night when it was at the top of the channel just for fun. I was like, where was that at? Look right up here. I said, I can't help myself. I just love buying in descending channels, and I bought some Solana right here. And what you can see is that bad boy then pushed straight up through it, and that gain, it's probably like 5 or 6%, which isn't a big deal, but it was a nice buy. And it's just because, again, these descending channels are so reliable. And when you break out of these descending channels, they open the door for that crypto to really make some moves. It's not uncommon to see something like this happen, right? But what you really need to see are 3 steps. 3 things need to happen once you break out of a descending channel to do what's called verify the breakout. When you verify the breakout of a descending channel, crazy things can happen. For example, Sweet verified the breakout of this descending channel just a couple of days ago, and look what's happening. You see how we pumped descending channel, breakout, verification, push upwards? That's what I think we could be looking at for Solana. So let me tell you what the 3 steps to verification are. Okay, the first step to verification is called the back test. Okay, when you break out of a descending channel, what you want to see, and it's not all the time that this happens. Sometimes you'll skip step 1, but I don't like when we skip step 1. I really like when step 1 happens, but it's whenever you break out of this resistance and you come back down and you find support on top of it. Now, one can argue that Solana on the hourly charts has done a back test, as you can see here, right? It didn't go all the way back down to it, but we got very close, but I'm not willing to say that was step 1. I would want to see Solana maybe consolidate a bit or even come down a little and then flip this resistance officially into some support. If step 1 fails, that's not good. What I mean by that is if step 1, say we're coming back down to build the support and we fall back into the channel, not good. That's never good. It's just never good. In general, that's a bad sign, okay? So step 1 is very important. Come back, back test, cool. Step 2 from there is what you're going to do is you're going to look at that descending channel and you're going to say, when was the last time we hit the top side of it before we broke out? Now, I'm not talking about like right here. I'm talking about a macro move, the last macro move that we made to the top, and that was right back here. And what you're going to do is you're going to draw your straight line across. That's step 2. You need to be able to change the macro trend, because you have to remember, a downtrend like this or a descending channel is just a downtrend. Lower highs, lower lows, right? And so when you break out, although you broke out of the channel, you still need to change the trend. And by breaking above that high up here, this changes the trend, which makes it the most important step in my opinion, which is the second step, and that is clearing the most recent high in the channel. Step number 3 is breaking the Fibonacci zone. Step number 3 is taking your Fibonacci's from that high all the way down to that low and breaking that zone. Currently, that's $252 for Solana. You need to be able to break the golden box, because if you can break the golden box, that is what opens the door for this thing to start pumping. So all these other things just verify the change in the trend, the back test and the breakout, but clearing the golden zone is what gives you the door that you need to walk through in order to be able to get up to these levels. And so step number 3 is breaking $252 for Solana, which is represented, of course, by the golden Fibonacci zone by this white line up here. But you know what? Let's make this yellow so you know it's for the golden Fibonacci zone, okay? So step number 1 is the back test. Step 2 is clearing 246. Step 3 is clearing 252. If Solana is capable of doing all 3 of those things, we are going to see its price, in my opinion, open the door wide open to push to $300 to $350. That is what I am expecting to happen, even if it takes some time. The only thing we need to see right now is that Solana's price can maintain this breakout, because as I mentioned before, if Solana comes back and falls back in this channel, it's not good, and it changes all of this. All of our levels change, all of your verification levels change, everything changes. So all I'm doing right now is I bought a little bit of Solana because we broke out, and I can't help myself. I just like buying Solana. I did get my entire initial investment out of Solana about 3 or 4 days ago in my entire position. So by re-entering, I am just throwing a little bit of profit back into this bad boy, because I did pull a little bit more than initial. I had some profit. So I am just reinvesting a little bit of my profit that we pulled from like up here and stuff. But I am buying a little bit here, but I'm really just waiting. I'm really just sitting back and waiting to see when can we do step 1, step 2, step 3. Because when these 3 steps happen, man, oh man, is that door going to open wide. Because look, it's sweet. Now you get what the steps are. Look, it's sweet. Step 1, the back test. Step 2, we cleared the high. Step 3, we cleared the Fibonacci. The moment this happened, guys, look what happened. So we literally went vertical. So that's what I'm looking at for Solana. And as we do get closer and closer to that happening, I will update you every single day as per usual. Of course, you guys know I like posting 5 or 6 vids a day, so we'll continue to do that. So be on the lookout for that with Solana. I did buy a little bit, as I mentioned before, and I'm waiting for this 3-step verification to open the door to $350. But this could be the very first step to getting Solana up to that $350 target that we've had for years at this point. So of course, that's absolutely fantastic. Now, as I mentioned before, if you want to learn how all this stuff works, well, again, whether you're advanced or a beginner, it doesn't matter. What I want you to do is I want you to join the Discord. And in order to do it, it's the cost of a Netflix subscription or cheaper, $17 a month or $5 a month. And when you do pay, and you can see the differences in the memberships on the website down below, but when you do pay, you're going to get insights with Tyler, which tells you all of the things that I'm thinking and seeing in the market. Sometimes I tell them what I'm buying and selling, some meme coins I'm investing into, just my own personal feed of information to them. Daily technical analysis on all these cryptos we talk about here on the channel. Daily fundamental analysis on the market itself. I've hired 2 professional teams of traders to give their buy and sell signals every single day. They are absolutely smashing it, printing gains for the community. And this is an opportunity for you to learn from people who live off of trading. So there's a whole different type of pressure on them. They live on trading and they're giving their buy and sell signals. There's premium classes on things like the Fibonacci's, bull market investing, live workshops with our coaches on things like a beginner's guide to XRP, beginners courses. These are 30 minutes long with about 15 to 20 page PDFs going over things like technical analysis and leverage trading. I have 3 more coming soon on how to invest into altcoins, how to invest into meme coins, and doing fundamental analysis. Then I have Tyler's tips. These are 2 to 3 minute long videos going over just random stuff that you guys ask me about. And then of course the absolutely fantastic community. We have premium questions, which is a place where premium members can ask questions and get answers from me or one of the coaches. And then community gainers, you can see it here. People are absolutely printing gains. This is just in the last 24 hours. Look at the gains. SUI trades, HBAR trades, near trades, dot trades, doesn't matter. Gain after gain, hundreds of percentages of gains are being printed because people are learning things, creating strategies, and using that to make money. So if you want to be one of these people who's absolutely printing, I want you to check out the link down below. All that for the price of a Netflix subscription or cheaper at $17 a month. It doesn't get much better than that. So go check that out. Don't forget to get your 10% bonus over on BTCC on all deposits between $500 and $100,000, and make sure you stay tuned. I'll be keeping you updated very, very frequently on what is going on with Solana as we try to do this 3-step verification. So make sure you do turn on those notifications when you do subscribe, and I can't wait to see you all in the next one. Peace out, everybody.